Okay,
wait.
cool. So can I just get clear? So I wrote out what you said prior to the recording being placed here. So you said moral realism is that there is an objective moral proposition out there. And by objective moral, that just refers to a categorical, non-desire based proposition or something. Okay, now just to get clear, when you say there is an objective moral proposition out there, is that just to say that you're ontologically committed to the existence of moral propositions that are objective? Yes or no?
It doesn't have to be multiple, but there could be one. So yeah.
Okay, so there exists at least one objective moral proposition.
Yeah.
Okay, prove that. Go ahead.
All right. Do you know what non-zero probability is?
You can tell me.
Okay, so it's just a probability that isn't zero. All right, and then do you know what PRP is?
What's PRP? Go ahead, tell me.
Okay, probabilistic reasons principle, and then basically what that says is that if proposition X has non-zero probability, then it generates reason conferring fact. The reason there is
Yeah, why is
based
that
upon
true?
the probability not being based off zero.
Why is that true?
What do you mean by why is that true?
Why is it true that if the proposition has a non-zero probability relative to an agent, then it generates some reason to act in a particular way if that proposition was true? Why is that true?
Well, I mean, obviously, calm down, retard. Obviously, if like something were to have a probability, right? I believe that if this has a probability, there's probably a reason for it. Now, obviously, when you use the word true there, how does that have any relevance within the conversation?
Yeah, so the way Hume cashes out the probabilistic reasons principles, he says, if there is some proposition that has a non-zero probability, and if that proposition were true, you would act in a particular way or be motivated to do some particular thing, then the mere possibility of that proposition being true offers some reason to act in a particular way or be motivated to do some particular thing. So obviously truth is going to play a role there. Now, what I'm asking you is, why is it the case that given that some proposition has a non-zero probability, and if that proposition were true, you would act in a particular way, that the mere possibility of the proposition being true means that you have some reason to act in that particular way? That was the question that was asked. Let's try again. Can you answer the question? Yes or no?
Retard, obviously retard, you just said it yourself.
Do you want to answer the question of why that's true?
Yeah, retard. Think about, okay, retard. Think about what you said there. Go ahead.
Is this guy okay? Are you going to prove what you just claimed? You claim that the probabilistic reasons principle is true. The principle states that if the truth of something would make you act in a way, then the possibility of its truth gives you a reason to act in that way. Okay? Now I'm asking you why that's true.
You're presupposing that I
asked you a question.
You're presupposing that I use Michael Humer's account of PRP.
Let's just write this down because you said the PRP, right? And the only philosopher I'm familiar with that coins the PRP is Michael Hume.
Obviously that's the only philosopher you're familiar with, but...
So can you name a philosopher apart from Michael Hume that coins the PRP or uses the PRP?
PACKERYA. That's
okay, let's just fucking move on, man. University of Oblog, degree in philosophy.
University of Oblog, I guess. Okay, retard.
Just
I don't know if you know. I don't know, retard. Okay, calm down. Okay,
just define the PRP.
Okay, retard. I don't know if you know, but I don't have to give a specific philosopher that uses or coins PRP other than Michael
define
Schumer.
The PRP.
I can also have my own account
just define
that
the PRP.
I have utilized, retard.
Just define the PRP.
I'm pretty sure I already did.
Okay, did you give an argument for why it's true?
Did I give an argument for why it's true?
Yeah. No, you didn't. Pretty sure you didn't. Why should you give an argument for why it's true?
Yeah.
Well, do you agree we're in a debate?
Why can't it be already true?
It's possible it's already true. Yeah, I agree. And I'm asking you, why is it true? Why can it be true?
No, I'm asking why isn't it already true? You just
I
on me,
I agree that it could. You said why isn't it already true? I'm acknowledging that it's possible that it could be true.
Yeah, retard. That doesn't adequately answer the question.
Whether it is true or not,
calm down, retard. That doesn't adequately answer the question, retard.
Do you think I'm saying it's false?
Retard.
Do you think I'm saying it's false? I'm not saying that it's false.
But I'm asking you.
I'm saying that I don't know if it's true.
Why isn't it axiomatic that PRP is already true? Why isn't it?
You can demonstrate that things are axiomatic, right? That's something you can demonstrate.
Okay, retard. How does that have any relevance towards
Because
the
do you
debate?
know what an axiom is?
What it actually means, yeah.
Just define it for the audience. Go ahead.
Okay, it's a preset rule or concept within a conceptual scheme.
Yeah, it's a preset rule or concept within a conceptual scheme. Okay, now just give one example of an axiom outside of the conversation.
An axiomatic thing you said, retard?
Yeah, just give one
Come again.
example of something that's axiomatic outside of the conversation.
Outside of the conversation?
Yes. That was my question. Are you going to search it up on ChatGPT again, dumb fuck?
PACKERYA beating C's ass. That's
Okay,
axiomatic.
that's not an axiom. An example of an axiom might
Okay,
be
can you prove that?
Kolmogorov
Can you prove
axioms. Now,
that? Hey, retard, can you prove
just
that?
stop talking. Stop talking.
Yeah, can
That's
you
the
prove
Kolmogorov
that? The
axioms.
burden of proof is
Now,
on you to
you
prove
say
that statement.
you saying no. When I said an example of an axiom outside of the conversation, and you say
Okay, yeah, retard. That's that is outside of the
beating up Steve
conversation.
within the
Yeah,
conversation.
retard. It's gonna be
It's not
the
going to be outside
title
of
of
the
the video,
conversation. Now I'm going to
retard.
just get to what I
But
was saying. What I was saying
yeah,
is that an
retard.
example of an
Can
axiom
you
outside
go
of the
ahead and
conversation might be the Kolmogorov axioms. Now, the reason why the Kolmogorov axioms are axioms is because they're assumed rules. You assume their truth and then you derive things based off that truth. So when you say, why can't it just be the case that the probabilistic reasons principle is axiomatic? That's just to say, why can't it be the case that the probabilistic reasons principle's truth is assumed? Right? And I'm saying, yeah, sure, you could presuppose its truth and see what comes from that, but that's not really interesting to me. What I'm saying is that I don't agree with them. You saying it's an axiomatic thing, just you saying, hey, I assume that it's true for the sake of this model or for this framework, and I don't really care about your model or your framework. If it's just an axiom of your model, I reject your model entirely in the same way I might reject people that use the Kolmogorov axioms, right? I might take some non-standard theory of probability there. So now we can get clear on if there actually is an argument that's convincing for why I should take these things to be axiomatic to begin with. Now, is there or is there not?
okay, retard. Obviously, if you're to reject my system, I would have to ask you for some justification towards that. But also, retard, I don't care if you don't care about whether or not PRP is axiomatic. You fucking dumbass. Obviously, you just have to, I guess, prove how that even defeats the whole entire proposition of whether or not PRP is axiomatic within itself. Fucking dumbass.
Brother,
So, do you have
holy
any
shit.
attacks towards
First and
PRP
foremost,
being axiomatic?
there's no need for me to go ahead and demonstrate why I have to reject your position. Besides the fact that I'm agnostic as to the truth of the PRP and your position presupposes its truth. So I'm not going to
Why
take
should I
something
care
that I
about your
don't believe in.
agnosticism?
You don't have to. I'm not saying you need to care about it. I'm saying that I'm not sure. I'm not going to believe in something I'm not sure
Can you
about. I
justify
know
your
oftentimes
agnosticism?
you philosophers, you fucking retard people believe in things you're
Yeah,
not sure about
retard.
just
Can
for
you
the sake of
justify
believing
your
in them.
agnosticism? Hey, retard. Respond to the
What does it
burden.
mean? What does it mean to justify agnosticism? Just tell the audience.
Okay, how is that relevant towards satisfying your burden, retard? I'm
Because I
confused.
don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. How can I satisfy something I don't know the
I
meaning
don't
of?
care. I don't care if you don't know what. I don't care if you don't know what it means,
So
retard.
how do
I'm
you know it's even
asking
something
you.
that's possible? How do
Justify
I
your
know that I can
agnosticism.
justify my agnosticism if it's not explain what that means? Do you know what it means? What
So
does it mean
do
to
I know what it
justify
means?
agnosticism?
How? Yeah, okay, retard. How is that relevant? Again.
What does it mean to justify agnosticism?
I mean, obviously, if you
What
don't
does it
even know if
mean
you
to
can,
justify agnosticism?
if you don't even know you can, justify agnosticism,
What does it mean to
then
justify
retard.
agnosticism?
Obviously,
Why is
it
this a
seems as if
burden? You
your
can't even
agnosticism
explain why it's a
is
burden.
unjustified.
What does it mean to
Yeah,
justify
retard.
agnosticism?
Why do I have to explain it, retard? I'm asking you. How's it relevant?
Because if you don't explain it, why is it a burden?
But don't explain it. Why is it a burden? How does that even work,
Yes,
dumbass?
because a burden is something
Okay,
that I'm obligated to
nice
demonstrate
burden,
within the
burden
debate.
shift again, retard. Can you justify
A
your agnosticism?
burden
Nice
is
burden
something I'm
shift.
obligated to
Okay,
explain within the
retard.
debate.
Okay,
Now, if you don't
retard.
explain why this
Nice
is an
burden.
obligation, then it's
Okay,
not a burden
retard. Nice burden
definition.
shift. Retard. Nice
There's
burden
no
shift
burden
again.
shift there.
Can you justify your agnosticism? Yes, there is.
Brother, what does it mean to justify agnosticism?
Okay, nice burden shift again, retard. I'm gonna ask you.
How's that a
Can you
burden
justify your
shift?
agnosticism?
I didn't burden shift anything. I didn't ask you to
Yeah,
justify
yeah,
my
retard. Okay,
non-agnosticism. I
you're
asked
implying
you
a
what it means
burden.
to
Okay,
justify
retard.
agnosticism.
Okay,
You can't
retard.
even
So then,
explain what a burden
then
is,
retard.
yet you're
Then
presupposing it's a
okay,
burden to
retard.
begin with. Do you not see how this is
Retard.
begging the
Okay,
question?
then can you explain the burden that your quote unquote burden that you're trying to impose?
Nigga, what? I asked you a question. I
Okay,
didn't give you a
then
burden. I
shut
asked you
up.
a question.
Oh, okay, then so I don't have to answer the question, retard. It's
You
not
need not
necessary
answer the
towards
question.
disproving. Calm down. So then, if I don't have to answer the question, and that question itself isn't a burden, retard, then obviously we
Bro,
can
Sky,
just
okay?
say, come
You
on,
don't need to
retarded, but
answer the
obviously
question.
we can
But
just
if you
say,
don't
okay,
answer the
so, all
question,
right, then shut the
then
fuck
what
up
you
while I'm
gave on the
talking,
table
bitch.
is
Hey,
not a
you said
burden.
vice versa. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking, you ugly bitch. Anyways, as I was saying, retard, obviously if there's no burden to me having to answer that question, then obviously we can just go ahead and say that if we apply what you said, vice versa, or whatever, obviously it would seem to be the case that I do not have to explain myself, as a question isn't really a burden. Okay, retard? So, yeah, go ahead. Speak, dog.
Yeah, so look, there's two things to clarify here. There is
Good
no
boy.
burden for you to answer the question, insofar as you don't need to explain to me what it means to justify my agnosticism. But if you don't explain to me what it means to justify my agnosticism, then what you said to me, i.e., justify my agnosticism, cannot be considered to be a burden, right? Because what I'm asking you is, why is this a burden to begin with? So there are two ways you can understand it. Either you drop the point, you don't need to explain it, but then you also have to drop the other point you made, or you explain the point, and then I can actually explain how I justify my agnosticism. Those are two things you can do. Now, just to clarify here, let's not derail from the fact they have yet to demonstrate the truth of your position. You said it's axiomatic, but you can demonstrate that things are axiomatic. You can give motivation for why you should accept axioms or reject them. You have yet to do any of this, right? When we have conversations about probability, you might accept or reject certain axioms of probability in certain circumstances, right? You would give reasons for why that might be apt. You've done none of this in the conversation. All you've done is call me a retard approximately like 55 times, cry, scream, yell, throw a tantrum like a little bitch, and not actually give arguments. So we can conclude right now. I'm pretty fine with that.
Okay, retard. First of all, I don't agree to conclude. Second of all, retard, you're repeating what you said earlier doesn't actually give a sufficient response towards the burden that I'm placing upon you, retard.
Why is it a
Also,
burden?
what I said about shut up, retard.
Why
Also,
is it a
what I
burden?
said about shut up, dumbass. I'm
Why
speaking.
is
You
it a
ugly
burden?
fucking faggot named C. Shut up,
Why
dog.
is it a burden?
Anyways, shut up, dog. Anyways, as I was saying, fucking idiot. Obviously, right, when I'm placing a burden upon you, right, obviously when you repeat what you say, it doesn't really respond to it, but it also doesn't respond to the reduction of you saying that, oh, well, if you don't explain what this means, then obviously it would just be pointless, or whatever the hell your retarded ass said. Now, can you go ahead and respond to what I had said in, reference towards the actual question there? Okay, retard?
He doesn't even know what he's saying anymore. Like, he's so far deep in the bullshit of his own mind that he doesn't even know how to navigate the fucking minefield that he's in. Look, you asked me, can I justify my agnosticism? That's a question. Now, I was trying to be good faith and answer the question, but in order for me to answer the question, I need to know what the question even means. What does it mean to justify agnosticism? So I asked you this. You said, uh, do I have to explain it to you? Because you don't even know what it means fundamentally to justify agnosticism. So I was like, okay, cool. You said, do I have to answer the question? I said, no. It's not like a burden. It's not like you've made a claim. You asked me a question. You didn't make any claims I'm putting into question here. But I said you would have to answer the question if you want to treat it like a burden. If you want to treat it as if I need to justify my agnosticism for some reason, like I presuppose something and I need to justify that implicit agnosticism I'm doing or something. If you want to treat it like a burden, then yes, you would need to answer the question. I'm now putting a burden on you to demonstrate why it is actually a burden to begin with. Like, why is it burdensome for me to justify my agnosticism? So there are two ways of understanding the conversation thus far. Either you ask me a question like, oh, well, can you justify my agnosticism as a leading question, not as a burden that I need to prove or something, right? And then the second thing would be you're requesting me to justify something. If you're requesting me to justify something and I don't know what it is you want me to justify, you need to explain that. Otherwise, how can it be a burden to begin with? My understanding of a burden, just to be clear, is a burden is something I'm obligated to respond to, given that I've made some point, and obviously given like things like the burden of rejoinder, I've made a point, and that point requires substantiation. So if someone places a burden on me because I've made some sort of point, maybe a corollary of my point, it's a proposition, and I need to demonstrate the truth of that proposition. Now, if you can't explain to me why this is something I'm obligated to respond to, given the rules of debate, given the etiquette, given the dialectic, then it's not a burden. You presuppose it's a burden when you ask me that, when you tell me, sorry, that I'm obligated to justify my agnosticism. So which one is it? Are you asking me, can I justify my agnosticism? Which the answer to that is just no, because I don't know what it means to justify my agnosticism. So right now, I don't know if I can. I probably can't, because I don't know what that means. If you're requesting me justify my agnosticism, I'll just say I don't need to unless you demonstrate why it's a burden to begin with. Thank you. Now, I want to conclude, you're pretty dog shit, you're retarded, your ass, your cheeks, your booty, you've been fucking dick down in the conversation, I bustle over your face, I drag my nuts across your forehead, bitch! Your ass. Let's conclude, man.
Okay, so see, you must be retarded here, but I want to ask you, can you justify the implicit knowledge claim thesis that you're presupposing here, retard?
Yeah,
Now,
what's being
obviously,
presupposed?
okay, the implicit knowledge claim thesis, do you know this?
What's being presupposed?
Okay, retard, I just told you.
What's being presupposed?
Okay, are your ears filled with much
What's
shit from
being
this beating that I gave
presupposed?
you?
What's being presupposed?
Are your ears
What's
filled with
being
dirt, retard? I just told
presupposed?
you the implicit knowledge claim thesis. Do you know what that is, retard? I'm asking
What
you.
is that? What is it that I'm presupposing?
Nigga, the implicit knowledge claim
Okay, let's conclude,
thesis.
bro.
Okay, retard, I'm asking you, do you know what that is?
What does it mean? Tell me. Me asking what is it that I'm
Okay,
presupposing seems to
finally,
indicate that
retard,
I don't know what that
finally,
means.
your monkey lips move to
You're a dumb
say,
fuck, bro.
oh, what
Answer the
does that
question.
mean?
What is
You
the
fucking
implicit
idiot.
knowledge claim thesis?
Okay, so all the implicit
So,
knowledge claim thesis is stating is that
yeah.
whenever a person makes any assertion in any context, right,
Uh-huh.
they are implicitly claiming to have knowledge of what they are speaking about. Okay.
Why is that true? What the fuck?
Why? What do you mean? Why is that true, retard? Are you
Why is it true that
questioning
whenever I
the?
make a
Are
claim,
you questioning the analytic, retard?
why is it true that whenever I make a claim, I have knowledge of what I'm speaking about?
Retard. That's not what I'm holding to. That's what you're holding to, and I'm asking you to
When did
justify
I?
that.
When did I? I've never once uttered.
Yeah,
Wallahi, I've never
retard.
said
Yeah,
implicit knowledge claim. Stop talking. When have I ever said
yeah,
implicit knowledge claim thesis
retard.
one time in a conversation? Where are you
Okay,
getting this from?
retard. You don't have to verbally assert it,
No,
right?
I'm
Obviously,
telling you,
it
I'm not
can
holding to this.
retard. You're presupposing it.
Okay, prove that. Prove that I'm presupposing it.
Okay. What are your provability conditions?
Man, I go, oh my god.
And then
Just
why
give an
should I hold to
argument.
that?
Sorry, what? I'm asking you based on what you think a proof
Yeah,
is to prove
retard.
it.
What are your provability conditions, and then why should I hold to that?
Brother, no one's saying you should hold to it. I'm saying demonstrate the truth of the thing.
Okay,
However you
so
choose to do so is irrelevant to me.
based on what you mean by prove, right? If I don't have to hold it, then
Brother,
I don't
do you
have to answer the
agree? Do
question.
you agree? No, the provability conditions is independent of your definition of proof there. When I say proof, I just mean to demonstrate the truth of something. How you
Yeah,
choose to demonstrate it is up to
retard.
you.
I can even
So can
grant
you
that, but
demonstrate the
retard,
truth
that's not
of the claim
irrelevant
you made,
towards
namely
what the
that I'm
burden
presupposing
is, retard.
implicit knowledge thesis?
Okay, retard. Obviously, your provability conditions,
That's
obviously they can
irrelevant.
be in
That's
retard.
irrelevant.
Obviously,
When I said, can you
retard.
prove that? That's independent of my conditions for provability. I could be agnostic of what I think a proof might entail,
Yeah,
but I'm just
yeah,
asking if you can
retard.
demonstrate it.
Retard. Okay, you're agnostic, so you're spending your judgment upon your
No, I said
analytics
I
of what
can
proof
be.
means.
Track,
Oh,
track,
you can
track.
be. Okay, retard. How does that even adequately respond to the
Yeah,
question, retard?
maybe if you shut your mouth, you learn something. Dumb fuck. Let me
You
speak.
sound
Okay?
retarded. Shut your bitch ass up and
When
answer
you
the
say
question, ugly
I
dumb
need to give
faggot
you
whore.
probability conditions, just to be clear, when you say I need to give you probability conditions, that is independent of my definition of proof. I understand a proof to be
How's
a
it independent,
demonstration of the
retard?
truth of something. If I prove something, I've demonstrated its truth to you. However, you choose to demonstrate it is up to you. So, can you demonstrate its truth to me in any way you see fit? Is my question. Is that possible? Is that something you can do, dumb fuck? Can you do this?
Retard, that's what's in association with provability conditions. It's
Brother,
whether what you're
let's just
talking
move on.
about is
Let's conclude.
provable, you dumbass. Are you
Let's
retarded?
conclude.
You don't even
Let's
know what
conclude.
provability conditions
Let's
are
conclude. I
because
don't
you're
need to give you
stupid.
probability conditions for what you have to do. What you have to do is demonstrate the truth of it
Yeah,
to me in any way you see fit, and you have yet to do so.
retard, yeah. What are the conditions of doing that?
I'm saying
I'm asking you.
you
Yeah,
need to
retard.
demonstrate it to me in any way you see
Hey,
fit.
retard. Retard, okay. Maybe you're retarded, but I don't see that I have that adequately response to the question, fucking dumb fuck.
Brother, why do I need to respond to? Why do I have to, bro? It's like me asking, yo, hey, what's your mum's bum size, man? What's your mum's breast size, man? Like, who cares? Like, why are
I
you
know
asking me
what
these
your
irrelevant
mom's breast
questions?
size is, double D faggot, but that's not the point there, okay, idiot?
What, you just
How
took
does
my
that
joke and
adequately respond
recycled
to
it,
the
okay?
question?
Look,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know how
start
that's
talking to you calmly,
recycling
okay?
it. Maybe I recycled your
Pakia,
mom's pussy,
Pakia, listen,
fucking faggot.
listen,
But
just calm
anyways, that's not
down,
the point though.
calm down,
Calm
calm down,
down. Calm down.
calm down,
Fucking
breathe.
Deji clone. Shut up,
You're
dumb
saying to
bitch.
me, you're saying to me that I need to give you my provability conditions. I'm saying to you that I don't need to do this. The reason why is because when I ask you to do something, what I'm asking you to do is demonstrate the truth of the thing to me. However you choose to demonstrate it is up to you, right? So, for example, we might disagree on what it means for something to be provable, but so long as you demonstrate the truth of it to me, given some framework or some scheme, you've already answered the question. Now, what it is whether I would agree with the scheme, right? Maybe I would say, okay, well, you've demonstrated it to me given this framework, but I don't really agree with the framework, so that's irrelevant to me, or something like that. Well, that's a different question. That's a meta question. The question right now is just whether you can actually give an argument for the claim, right, or demonstration of the truth of the claim. And then we can disagree or agree on about whether the demonstration was accurate or not, or something that should be accepted or not, that sort of thing. Right. So now that we've clarified the different levels of the hierarchy of the question there, i.e., the demonstration and whether the demonstration is something I should accept, you can now go ahead and answer the question. Go ahead.
Okay, retard. What do I have to demonstrate the truth of it, retard? Go ahead and prove that.
Do you agree that in debates, when you make a claim, you have to give arguments for the claims you make?
No.
Okay, you lost the debate. Let's conclude.
How did I lose a debate?
I don't need to give you a reason. You just agreed that that principle doesn't apply, so you already lost the debate. Let's go.
How did I lose the debate? I think you lost the debate. I think you
Okay, let's
lost
conclude.
everything.
Let's conclude.
Sure, we can conclude, retard. You lost.
Okay, I just want to say for the recording, he said, I think he lost the debate. I think he lost everything. That can be true. I understand you think this, but what I said is that you lost the debate. I didn't make a claim about my belief states. I made a claim about what is actually happening, as in you actually lost the debate. And given the principle
so
he agreed to,
rhetorical, I think
wait,
you
no,
lost
no,
the
no,
debate.
no, no. I'm concluding. I'm fucked, nigga boy, sunny boy,
Retard,
just simmer down there.
ugly, faggot,
Simmer down
dumb,
there.
black bitch. I
Simmer
don't
down
care.
there. Can you get
I don't
muted? I'm giving
care
my
what you're
conclusion.
talking about,
I'm giving my
retard.
conclusion there. I'm giving my conclusion. Just simmer down there, chimp chump. Just calm down there, sonny boy. Just relax. All right, buff.
Retard. I
So what I
honestly
was
could care
saying,
less
just
what you're talking
relax.
about.
Just relax. Just relax there, chimp chump. So what I was saying there is you, at the end of the conversation, when you agreed with the proposition that in a debate, you do not need to offer, justification for claims that you make, I said you lost the debate. You then responded by saying, oh, well, I think you lost the debate. I think you lost everything. I grant that you think this, buddy. I grant this. Now, that's not going to interact relevantly with the claim I make, which is that you did lose the debate. I can say you lost the debate and you can think I lost the debate, and those two things can mutually coexist. That's fine. Just to be clear, you lost on that front. What other fronts did you lose in? You failed to give an argument for the PRP. I asked you to multiple times. You couldn't do so. ChatGPT was not giving you any valid argument, so you started to say it's axiomatic. I asked you what an axiom is. You couldn't do so. You couldn't tell me what an axiom was. I asked you to demonstrate why I should accept the axiom. You couldn't do so. You couldn't tell me why I should accept the axiom. I asked you to demonstrate the truth of the implicit knowledge thesis. You couldn't do so. You couldn't give me a reason why I should accept the implicit knowledge thesis, except I claimed it in the debate. You couldn't do any of these sorts of things. This whole debate, you've just been getting smacked up and down the field like a field nigger, okay? Just been getting beat the fuck up the whole time. I don't know how you can enter the VC, right? And enter the VC and start shit talking me, think you're the king, think you're the goat because that random nigga Tron gave you judgment that one time. I don't give a fuck about the nigga Tron. He flips burgers for a living. Bum. Okay? Let's just continue with the conclusion. Real quick, I have to just trade the guy real quick. You got beat the fuck up. You need to go train some more. You need to go read some more books. Your GPA is 1.9. You suck. Stay in school. Don't drop out. Don't think you have any future in the community because you don't. As long as I exist, I'll always be there to beat you the fuck down and flat you like the pancake you are, bitch.
Okay,
So that's my
ugly faggot, are you done yet? Because not only do you don't even fucking flip burgers, bitch. You pick the gum that I spit on the sidewalk, aka you, off the fucking ground, you dumb shitty burger trash can. But not only that, retard, also you're presupposing that retard. What was in question was that why are you presupposing the implicit knowledge claim thesis, retard? Obviously, that's a mistrack by you because you're an ugly, fat, dumb, retarded bitch named C. But also, you're shitty and you're mad because you lost that and you can't track. But retard, also, if I say that I think I won the debate, that obviously conflicts with you winning the debate. So that would be a contradiction there, right, retard? So obviously, you would have to go against that. But also, the proposition there doesn't really need to be justified there, as I already granted that, retard. So obviously you could say you won the debate. Obviously I can say that, oh, I think I won the debate, right? Obviously that would just make that point incon, but that's a shitty, topic, whatever. I don't really care about that. What I really care about is how you didn't really attack, PRP being axiomatic. You didn't attack any of that bullshit, because you're retarded, you dumb fucking bitch. And honestly, that's my conclusion. You're a dumb street whore, and I recycle your mom's pussy every day with everybody on Discord.